The pros and the cons of being a digital nomad. Thank you for joining me today on my channel. My name is Salua. I am a digital nomad and I am also a business coach and digital marketer. And today we are in this beautiful city of Annecy. I chose to come here in front of this gorgeous lake so I can share with you the pros and the cons of being a digital nomad. So the first cons I want to talk about is loneliness. So this is a really big one here because you are going to be alone most of the time. So you need to be very comfortable with who you are and be very comfortable spending time alone. I am like that. I am someone who loves to be around people, but I really need my me time, and this is when I basically charge my battery the best. So I love to spend time in nature, and I think I can do both pretty well. There's times where I can really enjoy being by myself and being in nature, but sometimes I really need to be around people. So if you are someone who is really in need to be next or around people, or they can't leave their family for too long, this is not a life for you. All right, my next cons or negative part of being a digital nomad is being off balance and unstable. So this is actually very hard because we are meant to have some sort of stability, I believe, in every way, not just mentally, physically, but you're gonna have a lack of routine, and that's very difficult. So if you change from countries to countries, everything changed. The air, the food, the environment, the people, the language, everything, water. And so your body is constantly changing with that, and it's not a good thing for you. You just need more routine. You need some sort of routine. So you have to learn how to implement this within your travel. So for example, when I found out I couldn't find gyms everywhere, then I had to create some sort of workout routine that works for me. Same with food. There are certain places you can't drink tap water. Some other places you probably don't want to have meat there or raw vegetables. So you want to start implementing into your diet things that you can kind of use everywhere. But overall, having a lack of stability and being off balance can be really hard for your body and for your mental health. So this is something you really need to consider as you travel around the world as a digital nomad. The next thing you need to consider is that although yes, you are working for yourself and you are a freelance, you're making your own money, and that's great freedom, and I'll talk about this into the pros, you need to also understand that you are going to be working more than usual. So technically you have no help. What I mean by that is that you don't have somebody's handing you a paycheck and you are kind of going off that security or that stability again of having a paycheck at the end of the month. For some people, this is an absolutely no-no because you can't make plans. Like for me, my income is so, like over the years, it got better and it's growing and I'm really happy. But at the beginning, it was really hard. One mistake that I made that was really difficult for me, that was 6 months in my first year of being a digital nomad, I used to send invoices to my clients, and by September of that year I had 7 unpaid invoices, so people were not paying me, and that left me with practically zero money in the bank. And I was in Portugal at that time. It was very scary, and I was every day looking at my bank account hoping that people would pay the invoices. So since then, I stopped doing this. Now, my new system is, first of all, people pay me up front. There's no negotiation here. I get paid before I put on the work. And the second thing is all the payments for my program, I automatically debited it from my client's account. There's no way around this. If this is not working that way, then I'm not taking on the client. Next tip or next cons is that you will need to work only in countries where you have good internet. So even though you think you can go around the world with your laptop, you can kind of, sort of, but you can't go in the middle of the Amazon and work. This is impossible. Your Wi-Fi has to be really, really good so you're able to keep working. So that just limits the amount of countries you can go as a digital nomad. there's other things you need to consider. If you are in digital marketing, for example, China is not allowing Facebook, and if you're working with Facebook, this can be difficult. So then this is when we need to get a VPN in order to bypass that and still be able to access to Facebook. My next con for you is living like a minimalist. So if you love your stuff and you like your gadgets and clothes and shoes, forget about that life. It's not going to be for you. Right before I packed up all my stuff and starting this life of a digital nomad, I counted I had 60 pair of shoes. So I had to get rid of a lot of things. I realized how much I was consuming things that I didn't need, and now I made this change. So I got rid of practically all my things, and I kept the minimum in a storage in the US, and sold my furniture, got rid of my car, left my apartment, and I really needed to get into the minimalist mindset months before I started this life, because you only live off one luggage. That means what's in the luggage, it's what you're gonna carry with you everywhere you go. And so what I do now is I buy quality clothes, and then when I wear them too much, I donate them, and then I replace them with good quality clothes and anything else that I need. Which leads me to my last cons about being a digital nomad, and that is relationships. So if you are planning or want to be in a relationship, I'm talking about a romantic relationship, your only option is to be with another digital nomad, because to be with somebody who has a stable life with a job and an apartment and everything that comes with it, and you just want to travel every week or every month, this is not fair for that person. And sometimes you love so much your lifestyle that it's very difficult to actually change yourself. If you're not ready to make that jump and to move in or to be more stable with that partner, then again, this lifestyle of being a digital nomad is very hard. And it's been very hard for me because I've met amazing people along the way, but I already knew right from the get-go that my life right now was about traveling, experiencing the world, collecting those memories, and growing as a person. So just to give you a quick recap right now, the cons for me as a digital nomad is loneliness. You're gonna have to work long hours, no stability, and you being off balance. You have to be very comfortable with being a minimalist, and you can be in a relationship if the other person is not a nomad as well. So I hope you'll consider these tips before you embark into this journey. And you know what, even if you start and it's not for you, at least you'll know. So I'll always push you to do things, try them out, and see if this is something that you want. And if it's not, that's okay, at least you know now. All right, so now let me talk to you about the pros, but for that, I kind of want to go somewhere else in a different scenery. All right, see you in a bit. Wow, look at you. Let's see what I got. Okay, so we're still in Annecy here. It's still amazingly gorgeous. So as you can see behind me are these beautiful mountains of Annecy. I can't really explain how it feels like. You really need to be here. Now let's talk about the pros of being a digital nomad. So the first one on my list is freedom. This is not for everybody again. I am the type of person that is not employable, so I will never be able to work in an office. I can't even listen to a roommate telling me what to do. Most important thing you need to understand is that when you do something like that, it's all about the freedom. That's really what excites me, the excitement of the freedom. And for that, I'm willing to not get a job. I'm willing to not get stability, to live in uncertainty, because I know that tomorrow I can jump on the next plane, I can travel and go see that place I always wanted to do. For example, today we're in this beautiful city of Annecy. I drove 2 hours to get here. I've done a little bit of research and I found out that this is a place that you really want to come visit. And we're on Wednesday morning, so I think if I worked at an office, I would have to ask for permission 2 weeks prior. If it was granted, maybe I could have come here. So anyways, number one, freedom. Number two, I grew so much as a person. I've had experiences that are simply amazing. So this lifestyle allowed me to become so rich as a person. The experiences I went through, the people I met, the places I've seen, the culture, there's no word for that. And I think this one with freedom is on top of my list. And this is the reason why I'm doing what I do, and I'm not ready to stop it yet. The next one on my list is being able to be your own boss. And that's something that is very rewarding to me because, for example, my coaching program is something that I created. It's things that I went through myself that I'm now able to teach. And when I see clients getting results, I feel there's a level of satisfaction there that is so amazing. And so being able to make my own money while I'm seeing results, what I'm making an impact, doing what I love, this is like very rewarding. The next one is to be able to create a global network. So this is also very important, especially for me, because now I have, I think, 5 international events that I can add in my resume. I've met people all over the world. I work with people in Turkey. I have clients in the US, but I also have clients in Europe, in Asia. I mean, I would only be able to get clients like that if I had started to travel. And obviously I'm a natural networker. I'm very good at connecting and meeting people. Being able to be a digital nomad allowed me to connect with other people and create a really, really good network of people that are really amazing, and I can meet again and again. I met this amazing girl, Anna, in Turkey. We became friends, and she was working for a women empowerment organization, and we connected so much. Then I met other people in Berlin that told me, hey, you should check out Turkey, and this is how I went to Turkey. That's why it's so amazing. The experiences and the people you meet are going to take you places you would never imagine. So just to give you a recap, the pros of being a digital nomad: number 1, freedom; number 2, being able to travel; number 3, being able to make your own money; number 4, create a global network; and number 5 is to become so rich and full of experience that you're growing to become the next best version of yourself. So that's why these reason tops all my negative and my cons about why you should not become a digital nomad. Walking by here and they all stopping. It's just really annoying. We'll wait. I don't know if you can hear these birds.